for? What you complain about? Breathe. Nah, seriously, take a breath. How many people wanna do that and can't? Walk outside. Some people ain't got freedom. They ain't gonna never see the light of day. You know what I mean? Real. I can't front, I do it too. I need somebody to check me. I need you to edify me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thankful for being alive.
I am so thankful for being alive. Today was a good day. I opened my eyes.
Yeah.
I woke up today. So many can't say the same. I can't complain.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for being alive.
Yeah. Don't quit, you just hit a bump in the road. You detoured when you thought you had it under control. Whether you winning or losing, you stuck with your soul. Focus on eternity, happiness comes and it goes. Praying you'll see a miracle when they right under your nose. Today you woke up and your heart was beating, and you started breathing. Just for you, I made this one for the road. This for the car when you on the way to that job that you hate. You want to keep the feast days, but it's hard to escape. Yo, they requested you on the Sabbath, now you about to quit. It's like with every commandment, they want the opposite. Meanwhile, you staying positive, you need a job to live. A couple questions to settle that. Like, would the Father have us living check to check? Subject to payments, buried by several debts. I'm thankful for this life, but I pray heaven's next.
I'm so thankful for being alive. Today was a good day. I opened my eyes.
Yeah.
I woke up today. So many can't say the same. I can't complain. I'm thankful for being alive.
Yeah. I know why I'm living. My purpose is serving others. Never despise the Father's correction. I learned to love it. Carnal minds don't want the truth, they want their version of it. Worldly riches are temporal, I noticed them turning colors. His treasures are never tarnished. Started to study harder, it made me a better artist. They asking me what's your secret. He fed you manna from heaven, you wanna run to Egypt? Toting choppers like, am I really my brother's keeper? You are if you love your people. We living like kamikaze ambulances, cops and sirens. When we gon' stop the violence? Quote the scripture, it's an aqua silence. I can sing a song that'll calm the climate. Don't just talk about it, we walk about it. The covenant, our fathers forgot it. We remember now it's a door for the sheep to enter. Believe on Christ and you gon' be saved, I'ma keep it simple. Get that Holy Spirit in you and keep it in.
I am so thankful for being alive. Today was a good day. I opened my eyes.
Yeah.
I woke up today. So many can't say the same. I can't complain. I'm thankful for being alive. I am so thankful for being alive. Today was a good day. I opened my eyes.
Yeah.
I woke up today. So many can't say the same. I can't complain. I'm thankful for being alive. Yeah.
So stiff neck.
We gotta repent. Words we never wanna hear.
Go back to Egypt.
We gotta repent.
You ain't got no
we gotta repent. We gotta repent.
You ain't got no quails. You want some quails?
We gotta repent.
You gonna go back in the
We gotta repent.
for a bird. Hey.
We gotta repent.
on,
We gotta repent. We gotta repent. Okay, I put my Father first. You can get cut with these scriptures. I know that's gotta hurt this edification. I leave the crib, the devil is waiting. Quote Ephesians 6:12. Your lies don't sit well. I got discernment, homie. The word is in me. I'm spitting scriptures, heavenly inspired. Thank the Father for these vivid pictures. We still in the trenches. Aki said we live in a nightmare. I was like, yeah, but these commandments keep my mind clear. But look, I got an idea. How about we do these laws? Let your light shine before men. Show them who we truly are. I feel like John, lock me, I'ma convert to jail. Never do two things, give up or worship Baal. Never touch his anointed, bro, you might hurt yourself. What does it profit to gain the world just to burn in hell? I took some L's before I won, I had to learn to fail. Before I judge you, take a look at myself. We gotta repent. You so stiff necked. We gotta repent. Three words we never wanna hear. We gotta repent. We gotta repent. We gotta repent.
So you started murmuring against the creator of all things.
We gotta repent.
By every word that proceeds.
We gotta repent. We gotta repent.
Come on now.
We gotta wait till the last minute. I mix some praise on my prayer. I put a fast with it. Not caught up in tradition. Come from the past with it. The Bible is black history. I don't want riches, I just want what was meant for me. Had to cut you off, you was tempting me. Living sinfully, intentionally, trying to throw me off of the path. I ain't sad, I'm looking for snakes as I walk through the grass. Never throw pearls before the swine. This where I draw the line. Humble yourself, you be exalted in our Father's time. The world is at war, I ain't surprised, this was prophesied. Violence got our kids traumatized. World star, Instagram this, and then we'll call the ambulance. Sell your soul, you be mad rich. It's a party on campus. You coming through, they want you to sin, they ain't got love for you. What is we coming to? Revelation is coming true. If you hear this, I'm hoping you find repentance. Yeah.
So stiff
we gotta repent.
Even after all
words
of that,
we never wanna hear.
Getting freed out the hand of these
We gotta repent. We gotta repent.
In the wilderness.
We gotta repent.
We are today.
We gotta repent. We gotta repent. We gotta repent. We gotta repent. We gotta repent.
We so stiff necked. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people don't even consider. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They are forsaken the Most High. They are provoked the Holy One of Israel to anger. They are gone away backward. Let's return. Shalom.
All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
I'm called Banyamyan. All praises to the Most High. In this beautiful Shabbat day, I say, let's give praise and glory and thanks to the Most High. And all praises to the Most High. And this Shabbat day, we continue the service. And we ask the Most High for the blessings and for the healings. We ask the Most High to bless and to heal Israel, the four corners of the earth, especially your servants, those that want to return and serve you in faith and truth, to bless and to heal and restore health and blessings to all your servants. Bahasham Yahushai HaMashiach, we ask you, O Father Almighty, to heal, bless us, and restore us with health and strength, O Father. We ask the water, Amen. I could say, yes, Shalom to all Israel. I'll continue my class from last week. The second exodus of Egypt, well, not from the week before, the second exodus of Egypt. But as usual, I'm going to start off my class with reading Psalms 67. Psalm 67. I'll start off with that Psalms.
Psalm 67 and 1. Yahweh be merciful unto us, and bless us, and cause his face to shine upon us.
Right. So we want the Most High to be merciful unto us and to bless us and cause his face to shine upon us. When the Most High face shine upon you, that means he's giving you his blessings, his protection. He's giving you everything that you need to sustain you. All right? So we want the Most High to bless us and to shine his face upon us. Continue. Go ahead.
Selah. 2. That thy way may be known upon earth, thy saving health among all nations. Let the people praise thee, O Most High. Let all the people praise thee. Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy.
And this is going to happen. The nation's going to sing for joy eventually. When we get back in our rightful rulership and the Most High put back the right order of righteousness in the earth, even the nations is going to sing and praise the Most High. Because the scripture said, when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. But when the righteous rule, the people rejoiceth. And that's going to happen. Continue.
Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy. For thou shalt judge the people righteously.
See, the Most High is going to judge the people righteously. Go ahead.
And govern the nations upon the earth.
And the Most High is going to govern the nation upon the earth with his laws, using the children of Israel to govern the nations with his laws and his statutes. Continue.
Selah.
Selah, meaning praise the Most High. All right, continue.
5. Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh. Let all the people praise thee. Then shall the earth yield her increase.
See, then shall the earth yield her increase. The earth is going to yield its full increase of food, plants, and all the benefits that the Most High is going to restore back to the earth. It said, then shall the earth yield her increase. Continue.
And the power, even our power, shall bless us.
Continue.
Yahweh shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him.
Right. The Most High is going to bless us, and all the ends of the earth all the ends of the earth shall fear the Most High.
God.
Hallelujah. Salah.
Hallelujah.
So that's the final plans of the Most High, to finally bless the whole entire earth. And the whole entire earth is going to praise and worship the Most High. See, the earth had its reign where they could worship Satan and do all they want, not respecting the Most High. But when the Most High put back that right order, in due time, the whole entire earth is going to be a paradise all over again. All right? And we say hallelujah. And all
Hallelujah.
praises to the Most High. All right? I want to say one more thing too. For any prayer requests, you could call this number, 833-690 HODC extension 1. I repeat it again. For any prayer requests, the number is 833-690 HODC extension number 1. All right? So that's for any prayer requests. All right, so we're going to continue our class from the week before, which is the second exodus of Egypt, because we will make a second exodus from this modern day Egypt.
God.
As the Most High said in the scriptures, as prophesied, as written by the prophets, and was said, we will make this second exodus, and that's the time we're living in. So we're going to go to our next scripture. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, the 29th chapter. Jeremiah 29 and the 14th verse.
Jeremiah 14.
Jeremiah
29 and 14. And I will be found of you, saith the Most High. And I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations and from all the places whither I have driven you.
That's a promise. The Most High said, I from all the nations and from all the places whither I have driven you, saith the Most High. That's the Most High word. Continue.
Okay. Whether I have driven you, saith the Most High, and I will bring you again into the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive.
And that's the words of the Most High. So read that verse again. That's a very important verse and a very powerful scripture.
Jeremiah 29 and verse 14. And I will be found of you.
So the Most High said he will be found of us. Go ahead.
Saith the Most High.
Saith the Most High. Go ahead.
And I will turn away your captivity.
And the Most High said, I will turn away your captivity. Meaning he's going to bring us out of our captivity, our bondage, our slavery, our exile, and all the hell that we're in as a people. Continue.
And I will gather you from all the nations and from all the places whither I have driven you, saith the Most High. And I will bring you again into the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive.
Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High. And that's going to be fulfilled in our lifetime. All praises to the Most High. From there, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. Jeremiah 30. Let's start from the first verse.
Jeremiah, 30th chapter and the first verse. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Most High, saying.
So this word came from the Most High to Jeremiah the prophet. All right? So Jeremiah was writing the things that the Most High showed him and told him what to write. Continue.
Yeah. Thus speaketh Yahweh, power of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book.
So the Most High told Jeremiah, write all these words that I have shown you and write it in a book. All right? And the book at that time was known as the scrolls. All right? Yeah. Scrolls. Written in papyrus paper, written in what you call what's the
parchment?
Term? What's it?
Is it parchment?
Parchment paper, yeah, the scrolls, yeah. All right? So it's known today as the book, but it was written on a roll. So the Most High told Jeremiah to write all these words. And Jeremiah had Baruch as his scribe to write these things down. All right? So when the Most High instructed Jeremiah, he wrote all these things down. Right? Continue. 3.
For lo, the days come, saith the Most High, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah.
See, the Most High, he stressed that point again. For the Most High said, for lo, the days come, saith the Most High, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah. That's a future prophecy.
God.
When the Most High told Jeremiah that time, that was never fulfilled in the times of Jeremiah or none of the prophets. All right, continue.
Okay. Saith the Most High, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it.
We're going to possess it. All right? So we're going to possess that land very soon. 1948, we did not possess the land. 1948 was possessed by imposters.
That's right.
All right? Fulfilling their own agenda.
Right.
Okay? Yes, the Most High prophesied that imposters would take over our land, but not the true Israelites will inhabit Jerusalem in 1948. Because the scripture does tell you that they shall seek to establish division in the book of Daniel, and they did it in 1948, but not under the auspices of the Most High or as returning as the true Israelites.
That's right.
Okay? So they did establish that vision in 1948 as imposters. Continue.
4. And these are the words that the Most High spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah.
Concerning both nations, because we were split into two nations.
That's right.
Israel and Judah.
Right.
So the Most High said concerning Israel and Judah, because the nation was split. So the Most High said, this is the word that he's going to speak concerning both Israel and Judah. Go ahead.
5. For thus saith the Most High, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
So from that time, all the way up until this present day, that's all we heard. Trembling and not of peace.
That's right.
All right? When Jerusalem was finally destroyed by the Romans in 70 AD, that was the end of us. That was the end of our glorious living in the land of Jerusalem.
That's right.
Okay? From that point, it was nothing but pure hell. All right? Continue.
6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child.
Right, because a man doesn't travail with child. So Jeremiah said, ask and see now, does a man travail with child? Continue.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins?
Because what was going to happen was pure hell and destruction upon us as a people. Continue.
As a woman in travail, and all faces are turned unto paleness.
All right, go ahead.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
So from that time From that time, even from the time of the Babylonians down to the Romans, even when we were brought to slavery, that was a time of Jacob's trouble. Now we're coming to the end of Jacob's trouble.
Right, that's right.
From 70 AD up until slavery, that was Jacob's trouble.
Right.
Now we're coming to the end of Jacob's trouble.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
But he shall be saved out of it.
But the Most High said we're going to be saved out of this great trouble that we have been in from the time of 70 AD up until this present day. Continue.
8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Most High of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck.
See, the Most High is going to break that yoke that's upon our neck. And that yoke is slavery, mental slavery, the psychological scars of slavery, the emotional scars of slavery, the physical scars of slavery, and all the trauma that we have been through as a people on the face of this earth. Because nobody has been through the trauma that we have been through as a people.
That's right.
Okay? And we're still suffering and going through this trauma up until this present day. We never received no therapy for the trauma and for the hell that we've been through as a people. So that's why the Most High says he's going to heal us and restore us. All that have been done to us, man. Okay? Hold that and go to the book of Daniel, the 9th chapter. Daniel, the 9th chapter.
9
and we're going to start from the 11th verse. Daniel 9 and 11.
Daniel's 9th chapter and 11th verse.
Start from 10.
Daniel's 9th chapter and the 10th verse. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our power to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets.
Continue.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
So the Most High said, all Israel have transgressed thy law. Go ahead.
Even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
And that curse has been poured upon us, man. And we're still living in that curse. But all be praised to the Most High is coming to an end. That curse is going to be lifted. Continue.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him.
Because we have sinned against the Most High, our power. That's why it's required and a mandatory. It's a must that we repent as a people. We must repent. Continue. Go ahead.
And he had confirmed his words, which he spoke against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
See, and the Most High brought upon us a great evil. A great evil upon us, man. Go ahead.
For under the whole heaven had not been done, and had been done upon Jerusalem.
So the Most High said, what has been done to us have not been done to no other people upon the face of the earth. No other nation went through what we went through. Lost our identity, strip of our language, strip of our culture, strip of our heritage, beaten into submission. Our children taken from us, our mothers taken from us. No other nation upon the face of the earth have been through what we've been through and suffered what we suffered.
That's right.
To be torn apart as an entire family for centuries. Okay? We have suffered things that nobody have ever suffered upon the face of the earth.
That's right.
Okay? And we're still suffering this mental oppression and trauma that has been placed upon us. And there has not been no restitution to us. But all be praised to the Most High. The Most High is going to fix all of that. Okay? And we're going to get reparation. The Most High is going to get it out of these devils.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
They're going to pay back everything that they have done to us.
Right.
Ain't nobody going unpunished for what they did to us.
That's right.
Okay? Continue. Read that verse again.
Okay. Daniel's 9 and 12. And he had confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil, For under the whole heaven had not been done and had been done upon Jerusalem.
Check that out. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. Okay? Nobody experienced and went through what we experienced and suffered what we suffered. Okay? Continue.
13. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yet made we not our prayer before Yahweh our power, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. Therefore had Yahweh watched upon the evil.
See, the Most High said he watched the evil. He allowed the evil to go down. The Most High didn't stop the evil. The Most High allowed the evil to go down to punish us. Go ahead.
And brought it upon us.
And brought it upon us. Go ahead.
For Yahweh our power is righteous in all his works, which he doeth. For we obey not his voice.
So some people might say, brother, so what you saying? God just stood there and let the white man enslave us, rape us, kill us, hang us? Yes, the Most High did that for our punishment. Showing you how powerful and dreadful the Most High. The Most High said it's a dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High. The Most High allowed that for a set period of time for our punishment. That was our judgment. But in the end, the Most High is going to return it back upon all of our enemies. Every last one of them is going to drink of that cup.
Done.
Okay? Continue.
15. And now, O Yahweh our power, that has brought thy people forth out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand, and has gotten the renown, as at this day we have sinned, we have done wickedly. O Yahweh, according to all thy righteousness, I beseech thee, let thine anger and thy fury be turned away from thy city, Jerusalem.
This the prophet Daniel was praying and asking the Most High, man. Okay? Asking the Most High to turn away his wrath and his anger. All right? Go ahead.
Thy holy mountain, because for our sins and for the iniquities of our fathers.
See? For our sins and for the iniquities of our fathers. What they did. Continue.
Jerusalem and thy people are become a reproach to all that are about us.
Go ahead.
Now therefore, O our power, hear the prayer of thy servant.
See, and that's what we want the Most High to do in these last. We want the Most High to hear our prayers in these last days, man. All right? To hear our prayers when we pray unto the Most High and call out to the Most High to bless and to heal us in these last days. Go ahead.
And his supplications, and cause thy face to shine upon thy sanctuary.
See? And cause thy face to shine upon thy sanctuary. What is the sanctuary today? The people. Back in the past, the sanctuary was our temple and the area that we worship. But we're the sanctuary today because we don't have no more physical temple today. But we're the sanctuary now of the Most High. Continue.
That is desolate for the Lord's sake.
See, for the Most High's sake. Go ahead.
O my power, incline thine ear and hear. Upon thine eyes, open thine eyes and behold our desolation and the city which is called by thy name. For we do not present our supplications before thee for our righteousness, but for thy great mercies.
All right, go ahead.
19. O Lord, hear. O Yahweh, forgive. O Yahweh.
See what Daniel was asking for? He asked the Most High to forgive. O Most High, forgive. Forgive your people of their sins. Go ahead.
O Yahweh, hear. O Yahweh, forgive. O Yahweh, hearken and do. Defer not for thine own sake. O my power, for thy city and thy people are called by thy name.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right. Hallelujah. All right. Now from there, you know what? Read on down to 20.
Right. 20 now.
The 20th verse, yeah.
Okay. And while, verse 20, and while I was speaking and praying and confessing my sin and the sin of my people Israel, and presenting my supplication before Yahweh my power, for the holy mountain of my power.
Read 21 too.
Yea, while I was speaking in prayer, even the man Gabriel, whom I had seen in the vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly, launched me.
Touch me.
Touch me about the time of the evening oblation.
So even Gabriel came down and touched him, man. All right? So Gabriel came in his presence because Daniel was praying fervently, man, for Israel. All right? And that's why even in the book of James, James speaks about Elijah, how he prayed fervently, man. All right? He prayed fervently. And the Most High caused it to rain in the time of famine. Okay? And the Most High also withheld that rain for 3.5 years. And then when he prayed again, the Most High brought the rain, man. So showing you, man, our prayers, we have to pray, man, all the time to the Most High so he could hear our prayers. All right? So he could sustain and heal us and bless us. All right? Because I know each and every one of us is going through different infirmities, problems, health problems. And we need the Most High to touch and to heal and bless us, man. All right? Because this medical institution is not going to heal us.
Right, that's right.
Okay? It's garbage.
Right, that's right.
Your job is only to poison us.
Right.
Right? And that's why the Most High said, it's thy healing word that healed us. Hold that real quick. I'm coming back to that. Let's go to the Apocrypha. I want to read something in the Apocrypha. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 16th chapter. Wisdom of Solomon, the 16th chapter, and the 12th verse.
Wisdom of Solomon 16 and verse 12. For it was neither herb nor modifying plaster.
So now, herbs work too. Okay? Herbs is very helpful. It's very good because the Most High made the herbs for that. But you're going to find out. It's the Most High words that does everything in the final analysis of everything. Okay? So read that verse again.
Okay. Wisdom of Solomon 16 and verse 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Yahweh.
See, thy word, O Most High, your word. Go ahead.
Right.
Which healeth all things.
Which healeth all things, all thy praise. Word.
All praise.
Okay, the Most High word heal all things. Right. That's why Yahweh said, now from there, go to Matthew 22. Again, I have to read this verse again, this chapter. And then we're going back to Jeremiah. Matthew 22. All right, Yahweh said this, and it's very powerful. We have to believe this, man. Jeremiah 22.
I think you said Matthew.
Matthew's 22. I'm sorry, Matthew's 21. Matthew's 21 and 22. Matthew's the 21st chapter and the 22nd verse.
Matthew's 21 and verse 22.
But read the 21st verse. But 22 is a key verse.
Matthew's 21 and 21. Yahweh answered and said unto them, Verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree.
Because Yahweh cursed the fig tree. You look at the fig tree and he said, bah! And he cursed it right there on the spot. It withered.
Right.
Immediately. As soon as he spoke the word, that fig tree withered.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
But also, if ye shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done.
Go ahead.
And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive.
So you see that? See what Yahweh Shai said? And all things whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believing, you shall receive. That's what we have to believe in, and we have to believe in that prayer. And the Most High said he will do it for us, man, because the Most High said he will hear our voice.
God.
He will hear our supplication in the last days. Okay? Go back to Wisdom of Solomon and read that chapter again, 16 and 12.
Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. For it was neither herb nor mollified plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Yahweh, which healeth all things.
Which healeth all things. All right? Now let's go back to Jeremiah now. Jeremiah 30, right?
God.
Okay. Jeremiah 30. And we left off in what verse?
It was
We left off in
4 words. Oops.
8th verse.
8, yeah.
8th verse. Read the 8th verse again.
Okay. Jeremiah 30 and verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Most High of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bounds. And strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve the Most High their power. And David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob.
So the Most High saying to us, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob. Go ahead.
Saith the Most High, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will serve thee from afar.
I will save thee from afar.
Salakia.
And the Most High is going to save us from afar. That's a future prophecy. Okay? So we're going to make that second Exodus. We're not staying here forever.
Right.
Some people might have the intention, well, I was born here in America. I was brought here. This is my home now. No, buddy, you're going back home.
Right.
Because the Most High is going to burn this baby. This place is going to burn. It's going up in flames. Okay? Go ahead.
From thy seed and from the land of their captivity.
See? And thy seed, which is your offspring, your generation, your children, from the land of their captivity. And this is the land of our captivity.
Right.
Continue.
And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid.
Check that out. And none is going to make us afraid. We're going to be in rest.
Right.
Because we need rest.
Yeah, that's for
Tired of
sure.
this damn working. Paying friggin' bills.
Right.
Tired of this crap, man.
Right.
We need rest.
Right.
Continue.
For I am with thee, saith the Most High, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee.
See, the Most High is not going to make a full end of us. So the Most High did this to punish us for our wickedness. Go ahead.
But I will correct thee in measure.
See, and the Most High said, I will correct thee in measure. And that's how the Most High corrected us. Continue.
And not leave thee altogether unpunished.
And the Most High wasn't going to leave us altogether unpunished.
Right.
So if you're going through your hell, what you're going through, that's your punishment from the Most High. That's your chastisement. Because the Most High said, if you're not chastised, then you're a bastard.
Gone.
So if you're going through hell, take it and accept it.
Gone.
That's for our punishment. That's for the Most High to bring us through this fire. Hold that and go to the book of Micah. Micah, the 7th chapter. I want to show you something here in the book of Micah.
Seven.
Micah. Yeah, the 7th chapter. And give me 1 second. 1 second. One particular verse I was looking for that I love. I read this years ago, and I was like, damn, I love this verse. He said, I'll wait till the Most High plead my cause. It says, Micah 5.
Verse 9.
Verse 9, right? 7 and 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Micah 7 and verse 9.
Yeah, that's it here. Mm-hmm.
I will bear the indignation of Yahweh.
So it's, Micah said, I will bear the indignation of the Most High. You know what's indignation? Wrath, anger. Okay? So he said, I will bear the indignation of the Most High. Go ahead.
Because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause.
See? Until he plead my cause. All right? Until the Most High plead our cause. Go ahead.
And execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
See that? So we had to go through what we went through to the Most High to bring us to this point. All right? And he said, and he will bring me forth to the light. What is the light?
The word.
The word, the truth. The Most High is going to bring you to the truth. David said, when I was afflicted, that's when he really understood the Most High. When you really get afflicted, that's when you really understand the Most High. But when you're living good, you have everything in life, you don't know the Most High. But when you hit rock bottom and you see how it is and you're destitute, that's when you really want to appreciate and love the Most High, because you see what life is really about. Okay? So the Most High had to bring us to that point for us to reflect. Right? So read that verse again.
Okay. Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause.
Until he plead my cause. Go ahead.
And execute judgment for me.
See, and execute judgment for me. Go ahead.
He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
And we shall behold his righteousness. Right? Because that bring you into the level of righteousness. Okay? Most High said you're going to refine us as gold is refined in the furnace of affliction, of adversity. Right? So we're the gold being refined. And what are we being refined for? To bring us to righteousness. To receive that reward that the Most High have for us. That crown of righteousness. All right? Now go back to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, the 30th chapter.
There's that verse 12. Jeremiah 30 and verse 12. For thus saith the Most High, that they bruise, that bruise is uncurable.
So you know, Most High said, bruise is incurable. You know what's a bruise? You know, like when you fall and you bruise your hand, when you're riding a bike and you fall and you bruise it.
Right.
The Most High said, thy bruise is incurable. So meaning all that happened to us, that we've been through, it's like we can't be cured from it. It's like, seems like it's a generational curse upon us. All right? So the Most High said, thy bruise is incurable. All right? Yes.
Plus the pain is continual.
The pain is continual.
That's for sure.
Ongoing. It's
That's
a cycle we're living in, man. A generational cycle, man. All right? Go ahead.
And thy wound is grievous.
And the wound that we have suffered is grievous. We suffered a hell of a wound, man. Okay? Go ahead.
There is none to plead thy cause.
Most High said there's none to plead our cause. Who pleads our cause?
Nobody.
Nobody. Okay? Go ahead.
That thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines.
We have no healing medicine because the medicine that they're giving us today is not no medicines. It's poison.
Con.
It's not healing us. It's giving us one side effect to another side effects.
Right.
Okay?
That's
And
right.
these devils know that.
Right.
Right? They deliberately give you medicine that doesn't heal you to keep you coming back.
Con.
All right? It's a systematic plan. Okay? Go ahead.
14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee.
See? All our lovers have forgotten us. All our love represents the other nation that we love so much. They have forgotten us. Go ahead.
They seek thee not.
They don't seek us, but we seek into them. All right? Go ahead.
For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy.
Ooh, check that out. The Most High said, I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy. A deadly enemy. All right? Go ahead.
With the chastisement of a cruel one.
See? The Most High said, I have chastised you with a cruel one. Okay? He used the worst of the heathens to punish us, man. The worst, the scum of the earth, man. Hold on, go to Ezekiel 7.
Amen
The Most High
to
said, I
that.
use the worst of the heathen to punish you, man. Go to Ezekiel, the 7th chapter. Ezekiel 7, and start here from the 21st verse, but the 24th verse is the main verse,
Ezekiel 7 and what?
and 21.
Salakia. Ezekiel 7 and 21. Ezekiel 7 and verse 21. And I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey,
He gave our land into the hand of the strangers for a prey. All right, go ahead.
and to the wicked of the earth.
See, and to the wicked of the earth. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, go ahead.
For a spoil.
For a spoil. And when you have anything for a spoil, you take it.
God.
Okay, go ahead.
And they shall pollute it.
And they shall pollute it. Okay, go ahead.
My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place, for the robbers shall enter into it and defile it.
And who's the robbers? We know who the robbers are, right? We didn't have to spell it out. We know who the robbers are. All right? And they shall defile it.
Right.
Okay? Go ahead.
Okay. Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen.
So the Most High said, I will bring the worst of the heathen, the lowest, the scums of the earth. All right? Go ahead.
And they shall possess their houses.
Who's possessing our houses today?
Right. That's right.
Who's possessing our houses today? The worst of the heathens. Read that verse again.
Okay. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled.
See that? So the Most High says he's going to bring the worst of the heathen. And that's who the Most High used to punish us. The worst of the heathen.
Right.
I know people, just like in turn they said, you are 3/5 of a man. So they took what the Most High said to them and reversed it back to us. You are 3/5 of a man. Ain't that something? How the hell could we be 3/5 of a man when we're their daddies and mommies?
That's right.
Got some nerves, man. That's why the Most High gonna punish their behinds, man. Okay, go back to Jeremiah.
Okay. Read 12 again.
14.
Or
Yeah.
14. 14, Salakia. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased.
See, go ahead.
Why criest thou for thine affliction?
See, the Most High said, the Most High is throwing back, and the Most High said, no, what are you crying for? What are you bawling for? Most High, what are you crying for? What are you crying for?
50.
Don't cry. You did it to yourself. All right, read that verse again.
Okay. Why criest thou? Why criest thou for thy affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquities, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee.
See, and the Most High said, I have done these things unto thee. The Most High could be cruel when it's time for judgment, man. All right, go ahead.
16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
See now, in the end of this now, even though the Most High jack us up, he punishes us, he severely punishes us, he said, now, he said, all they that devoured you, Israel, all they that had a feast in destroying you, in beating you down. That's what the Most High said. Read that verse again.
Okay. 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Now they're going to be devoured. Go ahead.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them.
Every one of them. Every one.
That's right.
There was a movie of this guy. He was fighting this guy. He was a French guy. And when he was killing all the police officers after a while, he said, do you need more men? He said, yes, everyone, everybody. He said, bring more men.
Yes, yes.
So the Most High said, every last one of them, every one of them going in slavery.
Right.
Okay? Read that again.
Okay. 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
They go into captivity.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, for all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
That's the Most High word. That's going to come to pass. Okay? So the Most High is going to restore us. He's going to bless us. And he's going to repay every last one of the nation upon the earth that did us wrong. Go ahead.
Okay, 17. For I will restore health unto thee.
So the Most High said, I will restore health unto, because we need health.
Yes.
We need to be restored with health. Okay, go ahead.
And I will heal thee of thy wounds.
See, and the Most High said, I'm going to heal you of those wounds that you suffered. All right, go ahead.
Saith the Most High. Because they call thee an outcast.
They call us an outcast. Look at them. They ain't nobody. Look at them. Bunch of niggas. There'll never be nothing. That's what they see us, man. All right, go ahead.
Saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Thus saith the Most High, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tent.
See, the Most High is always saying this, because this is a guarantee, this is a sure thing, this is going to happen,
God.
and this is going to happen, man. The Most High said, he's always saying, and I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tent. Why?
Hallelujah.
Because the Most High know he put us into slavery, and he has to bring us out. That's that's stamp of approval. And for a Negro to say he's not in slavery, you're going to die a serious death. Okay? Because it's evident that we're in captivity. Even a blind man could see that. Okay? Read that verse again.
Okay. 18. Thus saith the Most High, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places. And the city shall be built upon her own heap.
So the Most High is going to rebuild the city from the heaps that it's in. Because it's a heap right now. Even though it's built up with those imposters, it's still a heap. Go ahead.
Come. And the palace shall remain after the manner thereof, and out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry. And I will multiply them, and there shall not be few.
Not going to be few when we get back in our land. Okay, go
That's
ahead.
right. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. The children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me. And I will punish all that oppress them.
Check that out. The Most High never forgets that. He said, I will punish all that oppress them. Just like he said in Isaiah 14, he said, all of your oppressors going in captivity. Okay, go ahead.
And their nobles shall be of themselves.
So our nobles, our leaders, our governors, whatever, senators, presidents, is going to be of our own people. Continue.
And their governors shall proceed from the midst of them.
Our governor is going to be of our own people. Go ahead.
And I will cause him to draw near and shall approach unto me. For who is this that engage his heart to approach unto me, saith the Most High. And ye shall be my people, and I will be your power.
That's it. All right. Now, go. I want to share something here in Isaiah 2. Isaiah 20. Go to Isaiah. Go to Isaiah. 1 second. Isaiah. Where it says, who gave Jacob to the robbers and Israel. Isaiah 22, right? Yeah, Isaiah. Right, to water. Isaiah 42.
42, 24.
Yeah, 42, and start from Yeah, start from 22. Yeah.
Isaiah 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
See, so we have been robbed and we have been spoiled. Everybody robbed us, man. Okay? Continue.
They are all of them snared in holes.
So we know what's the holes that we snared into, right? What are those holes?
These are philosophies.
Religions, drugs, you name it, man. Every hole you could think of, we snared into. Prison. All right, in and out. Mental homes. It's a whole lot of ills that's facing us as a people, man. That's why we know we got to be the people of the Most High, man. For all the things that we suffering and going through, man. You understand? So the Most High said, this is the people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes. All right? Go ahead.
And they are hid in prison houses.
And we literally hid in prison houses.
That's for sure.
All right? Physically and spiritually. And so in the prison houses we hid into is religions and false identities. Right? We're under every identity we could think of. Muslim, Rastafarian, Islam. Every philosophy under the sun we hit into, man. All right? Religions. Who are you, brother? I'm a Baptist. I didn't ask you religion, brother. But I'm a Baptist, brother. Oh, my goodness. I'm just a black man, man. I'm just a black man. Well, you see why? You see why? All right? I'm an African, brother. I don't care what you say. I'm just an African. Well, Africa have many nations. I'm just an African, brother. African, brother. The motherland. Oh, yeah, okay, but there are many Africans. People come from Nigeria, don't say they're just an African.
Right.
You can't call a person from Ghana a Nigerian or vice versa.
Right.
You can't call a person from Nigeria a South African.
Right.
He said, no, brother. No. You can't call a person from Kenya or a person from African a Kenyan. They all identify from the place that they're from, and they know exactly who they are. Okay? They could go back generation and prove who they are through the tribal scars and through their customs, man. Okay? 'Cause I was watching this program with this Benjamite Israelite. He was from Trinidad, but he lives in England. So he met this woman from Uganda. So she was a princess from Uganda. So he met her because she couldn't get a husband where she's from in Uganda. So he met her in a supermarket. So he fell in love with her and everything. So she said, but it's going to be hard for us to get married when we go back to my country with my people. Because you're not from my family or from my tribe. Because they have certain stipulations and regulations. If you're not from that certain tribe, you can't marry into them. So eventually, got to know her. Then he went back to Uganda to meet her family. So they was questioning him and asking him where he's from and so forth. So she told him what to say and exactly and everything. But I don't think they really got married eventually because it will create a problem. If she's a princess from that country, she has to marry within that family line of the people of our country. She can't marry from outside. So he had to learn that you just can't go and marry a person because they say they're African. You have to know from what family line, what family tree, and then when you do it, it's a whole lengthy process, man. It's not easy. So he had to tell him, I'm from the royal family of Trinidad and Tobago. So they was asking a questioning about it, So I said, look at this here, man. Every African nations have their own rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? So when you just say you're African, you have to prove what kind of African are you?
Exactly.
From where?
You
just can't say you're African and that's it. Because every African nation has its own tribal customs, rules, and regulation. And there are many nations in Africa. Africa is a complex country, man. Okay? Many languages, man. Okay? Just in Nigeria alone, they have like over 100 different languages and tribes. So when you say you are Nigerian, you have to say which one of Nigeria are you from. All right? So when our people say they're African, they're just saying they're African because you were brought there as slaves, but you have to know exactly what one of the African nation or family you belongs to. It's not easy.
Right.
Okay? Because in Ghana, you got many tribes in Ghana too. And all those tribes don't marry into one another. You have to marry from the tribe that you came from. It's very rare they marry outside of their tribal nation. Okay? Let me give you an example. Shanti doesn't marry a Fulani. It's very rare. Okay? You have to marry a person that comes from Ashanti or Fulani. Okay? If you come from Kumasi in Ghana, you just can't marry anybody from any tribe. You have to find out what tribe, but they know that because a lot of them have tribal marks that identify what tribe they come from. All right? So it's a complex thing, man. When you go to East Africa, it's different too. People from Kenya are different from those in Ethiopia, even though they're cousins. All right? But who's the closest family to the Ethiopians in East Africa? Who's the closest to the Ethiopians in East Africa? Somalians. The Somalians are their first cousin to the Ethiopians. But they know who they are. You can't tell an Ethiopian he's a Somalian. But we will think, oh, they're just all Africans.
Right.
But they'll tell you, no, I'm from Somali. But the Ethiopian and Somalia are first cousins. And the people in Kenya are cousins to them too, but they're not the same. So it's a lot when our people say they're Africans. But a lot of times, like they say, they're Egyptians. That's the first thing they say. I'm an Ethiopian or Egyptian. All right? But it's a complex thing. So when you say you're African, you have to identify which African nation you belong to. Because presently today, there are what? 54 nations in Africa? 54 nations. And all of them are different, speak different languages. All right? So let's go back where we were in Isaiah 42, right? So the Most High said we're snared in holes, all right?
Right. Is that we was finishing 22. Therefore I pray, and none delivereth.
And nobody delivereth us. All right, go ahead.
For a spoil, and none saith restore.
And nobody shall restore us to who we are. Nobody is doing that. We had to do this on our own. The Spirit of the Most High had to reveal things to us. Because the Most High said he was going to do that in these last days.
God.
Ain't nobody came and said, oh, listen, black man, you're the children of Israel. Nobody did that. They hid that from us. They're like, no, we're not going to tell you who you are. And they know who we are. But only when they put under pressure, then they say, you're the real Jews. Those Africans, when they put to the real test, will say, you're the real Israelites. But a lot of them will try to hide and say, no, my brother. They're part of that too. Okay? But I remember one time when we was downtown, speaking downtown Ash. Remember when we were showing the Russian icons and the white Russian lady passed by? And Yasuan was showing the Russian icons, and he was teaching that the Russian icons were black people in Russia. So Yasuan said, you know that? To the Russian white woman. And she said, and she finally stopped. Look around. She said, I know that. We teach that in Russia.
Wow.
So Yasuan said, but why you don't teach up here? She said, no. She said, we know that. We teach that in Russia. That black people rule Russia. The icons in Russia were black people. But she was surprised that we knew that. And we had it on film. She said, we know that. We teach that in Russia. We been know that. And the audience was shocked. They was like, huh? Amazed at that, man. But you'll be surprised what these nations know. Right. They're not going to teach us that. It's not their job.
Right.
And those of our leaders that know, they don't teach our people. They keep it quiet. Shh. That's a secret. That's a Masonic secret. Mason secret. An oath. That's an oath. Keep it quiet. That's wicked as hell.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these actors and entertainers, they go overseas and see all these dark images over there, like Cosby. They don't come back tell us nothing.
Yeah. But I don't think Cosby knew. He think he ignorant. I think they're ignorant too. Because
but he went all around the world. And when he was doing that filming of I Spy, they did on location. They went all over the world, man.
So they had to fill him in on something.
He had to see him. He had to see him, man.
Amazing. Because I remember back in the 80s when I first came here, and I was looking at CBS, and I was surprised that CBS ever showed that when Nancy Reagan and Reagan went to Moscow in Russia. They went to the Kremlin. And I was surprised that CBS actually showed the icons on the wall. The camera showed it for at least a whole 2 minutes. I couldn't believe it. And then Nancy Reagan, her eyes nearly pop out of her head. She couldn't believe it. When she saw it, she was like, you could see it in her face. She was like, She was just like amazed to see the Russian icons on the wall that were black people. And I was surprised that CBS ever showed that, man. I never forgot that, man. When Reagan and his wife went to Russia in Moscow, and they showed they're showing all the Russian icons and the black images. I was surprised they ever showed that. And you should have seen Nancy Reagan's face, man. She was like, why? She was like to herself, like, why they never expose or teach this? You could see the expression in her face. She was like amazed at that, man. Amazed, you know. And then when my sister, back in 1979, when she went on a class trip, they went to the catacombs in Rome. And when she went there, they couldn't take pictures. And she saw all the images of black people with braids and afros in the catacombs. And she said she was so mad because she couldn't take no picture, but she remembered vividly. And she said there was a white girl with them. And the white girl was questioning why there was black images in the catacombs of Rome. So it was a German tour guide. He was the tour guide. So he was there with them. And she was keep asking the question, why is there black faces on the wall in the catacombs? So he didn't want to answer her. So eventually he said, oh, those were the ancient Christians. So when you say ancient Christians, if you're ignorant, you'll never know. The ancient Christians were who? The Israelites. You will figure the ancient Christians were just regular Christians. But when he said that, he knew exactly, but he didn't want to tell her who they were. He said those were the ancient Christians that was living in the catacombs. Because the white girl was so awestruck, and she wanted to know why there was so many black images on the catacombs in Rome. Because when you go to Rome today, all you see is white people.
Right.
But when she went down in the catacombs and saw all those black images, she couldn't believe it. The images are still there today.
That's right.
Still there today. You could see it plain as day. With the braids and the afros, man. When you see it, you can't deny it. Ain't no way you could say they're white people. Carrying the menorahs and everything too. And she was so shocked when she saw it. She couldn't believe it, man. See? But they know the history of us, but they're not going to tell us the history. Understand? Yeah.
It's just like they have the ceremony in England this morning. And they're showing the king getting, what do they call that?
Charles inaugurated. Yeah.
And you could see all the flags and all the people that they pretty much owned. But yet they won't teach us what they know.
The history about what goes on. Yeah.
That's what I said, Lieutenant, you're saying, like in today's world, since we came to slavery, I used to drive school bus. I'm driving history, but enforce history for schools, and we got to work for that. And it's sad to see that, being that I'm in the truth, that we got to drive them to learn enforce history and know what you're talking about. They don't mention that.
Yep. But now, the Most High is going to expose this truth more now. Now it's going to come out. It's going to come out to a point now they can't hide it and deny it no more.
God.
Okay?
That's right.
So the Most High is going to open the floodgates with this truth now, man. And that's why when we have this truth, we have to push it. We have to publish it.
God.
We can't conceal this no more. Because this is the end.
This is it.
All right? Continue.
23. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
See, who's going to hearken? Who's going to listen? Who's going to give ear to this now? All right, continue.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil?
See, so who gave us for a spoil? So Isaiah is asking the question, who gave Jacob for a spoil? Go ahead.
And Israel to the robbers.
And who gave Israel to the robbers? Who gave us to the robbers to plunder and rob us?
Most High.
Go ahead.
Did not Yahweh, he against whom we have sinned?
And the Most High allowed that to happen for a particular reason. That's a hurtful thing. But once you go against the Most High, man, there are consequences to pay, man. All right? Go ahead.
For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. Therefore, he had poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle and it had set him on fire round about. Yet he knew not. And it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart.
So all of the Most High did, all the hell he put upon us, our people don't consider it. It's still unconsidered. Brother, you're in slavery, brother. No, I ain't no slavery, brother. I got a good job, man.
That's right.
I ain't no slavery. Nobody control me, brother. I'm my own man. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. If anybody controls the currency that you need to survive, you're not free. If they control your gold and your silver, you're not free. If they have access to your wealth, you're not free.
That's right.
Okay? If they got to make laws to give you certain rights, you're not free. Anybody got to make a law in their country and say, okay, well, we're not going to do this to you. You're a free man. You're not free. That's something you're born with. Nobody have to tell you you have your rights. Nobody have to make no law to tell you, okay, well, we can't do this to you. You're not free. Okay? I don't care at the highest level that we get in this society, we're not free. And we're going to realize that thing, man, that we're still in captivity as a nation of people. From the greatest of us to the least, we're still in captivity. Some woman might think that too. Well, I'm an independent sister. I make my own money. No, sister, you're not. He gave you that so-called independence. All right? So from there, let's go to Jeremiah 32. Jeremiah 32, and we start from 37.
Jeremiah 32 and verse 37. Behold, I will gather them out of all countries, whether I have driven them.
See, the Most High saying it again. Most High have to reassure this and put this in here so our people could see it, man. And when we read this, we could see it's talking about us. When you really get into these scriptures and open your eyes, you could see it's talking about us. It's not talking about nobody else. Go ahead.
Whether I have driven them in my anger and in my fury and in great wrath, and I will bring them again unto this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely.
See, and I will cause them to dwell safely. Because we're not dwelling safely wherever we are.
That's true.
Even in the islands, you know, the violence amongst our people is ridiculous, man.
Right, that's right.
We kill one another in the islands like it's nothing, man. But yet we don't do it to the enemy.
Sound like here.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Why we want to make a dopino? Long time we don't make no dopino. What kind of crap is that? Long time we don't make no doppy. That's some serious stuff, man. You know what he mean by that, right? Y'all know what he mean by that? What he mean by that, right?
No, enlighten us Judites, man. What is that?
Long time he kill a person and make a ghost.
A ghost.
Yeah. The ghost will come back. That's wicked as hell, man. And we do that thing like it's nothing, man.
How they say that?
Long time you didn't make no doppy.
I would have never figured that out.
That's some crazy stuff, man. But that's what we do, man.
Yes.
We kill one another like it's nothing, man.
Right.
Man. Like back in the 80s with the Crips and the Bloods, back in LA. Oh, man. That thing was horrendous, man.
Yeah,
they said more black men died during that era than men that died in Vietnam War. Imagine that? That's a crying shame, man.
Right.
To your own people. Yo, I got bodies, man. I got a lot of bodies on me.
Right.
Don't you know in the end you have to pay for that, man?
Right, that's right.
You have to pay for that, man. That was a hell of an era, man. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying when you said about the word free, all of us is in this truth. We from a mental state of unawareness, English oneself. But those that's not, they doing what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. Killing each other.
But even those of us, even when we come in the truth, we're still not free.
Right.
To a certain degree, physically, because we still gotta go through the rudiments and all the bull crap until Yahushua actually comes and get us out of and destroy this crap.
That's right.
Because if you don't have your own resources and your wealth, controlling your resources and wealth, you're not free. If you don't have your gold and silver and diamonds and your own resources, controlling it, you're not free. You're not free. Okay? If you have to get up and work every day, you're not free, man. When you're free, you work when you feel like working. Okay? You work when you feel like working. You know what? I'm going to work today because I feel like doing it. You say, you know what? I'm going to relax today. I still got your money coming in. Okay? Back in our Asian world, remember, we didn't work for nobody. We worked for ourselves. It was a family business. And the money circulated around us as a people. It didn't circulate outwards, only inwards.
Right.
And it continued growing and accumulating. So if you want to take a whole year rest, you could have done that. You say, you know what? I need a jubilee. I need a jubilee to relax. You could have done that.
Gone.
Okay? Because everything worked for us. It's circular. You had your servants.
Gone.
You didn't want to work. Hey, come, hey, bring that servant. Let him work today, man. Where's the hewer of wood? Bring him in. Bring the water carrier. Bring him. That's what Solomon did when he built the temple. He got the Canaanites to be the hewers of woods and the drawers of waters to build the temple. You think Solomon went out there and worked? No, Solomon didn't work. He had servants. That's why when Queen Sheba came and saw his servants, she was like, my goodness, those are your servants? Solomon said, yeah, those are my servants. He said, man, they're happy. They're happy. They're going to be happy to serve us. All right? Because it's a way of treating your servants too. You don't ill-treat your servants when you have servants. But what they did to us in slavery, they whip us, they work us. All right? So there's a way of treating your servants where your servants going to be happy to serve you too. All right? Go ahead.
38. And they shall be my people, and I will be their power, and I will give them one heart.
See, the Most High said, I'll give them one heart. Go ahead.
And one way.
And one way. Go ahead.
That they may fear me forever.
See that? And we're going to fear the Most High forever. Go ahead.
For the good of them and of their children after them.
See? And of their children after them. Because our children need it, man. This generation coming up, oh my goodness, man. My goodness, man.
Yes.
It's something else, man. All right, go ahead.
40. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them.
See, the Most High is not going to turn away from us. He's going to make an everlasting covenant with us. Go ahead.
To do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, and they shall not depart from me. 41. Yea, I will rejoice over them to do them good, and I will plant them in this land. Assuredly, with my whole heart and with my whole soul.
So the Most High said, this is a guaranteed stamp of approval. He said, and I will plant them in this land assuredly, all right, with my whole heart and with my whole soul. The Most High is going to do this thing, man, okay? And it's going to come to pass. All right, go ahead.
For thus saith the Most High, like as I have brought all this great evil upon this people.
The Most High said, the same way I brought all this great evil upon you. Go ahead.
So will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them.
Check that out. Check that out, man. You can't want no better than that, man. The Most High said, all the evil I brought upon you, for all that evil, I'm going to bring all the good back to you, man. And that's what we have to hope for and continue holding on for. And I believe this until the day I die. Anybody can take this from me. I hold fast to this here. I know this for a fact. Ain't nobody could take this from me. This is a fact, and I know this. I believe. I believe this. I know this. It's more than belief, man. That's a sure foundation, an anchor of my faith. You understand? And nobody could take that from me. Nobody. And that's the same way we have to be too, man.
That's
Continue.
right. Okay. 43. And fields shall be bought in this land, whereof ye say, it is desolate, without men or beasts. It is given into the hand of the Chaldeans.
Because the Babylonians came and took it.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
44. Men shall buy fields for money, and suburbs of evidence, and subscribe evidence, and seal them, and take witnesses in the land of Benjamin, and in the place about Jerusalem, and in the cities of Judah, and in the cities of the mountains, and in the cities of the valleys, and in the cities of the south. For I will cause their captivity to return, saith the Lord.
And the Most High is always saying that. Always saying, I will cause their captivity to return. All right? Hallelujah. Go to Ezekiel
Hallelujah.
36. Ezekiel 36. So this is the promise the Most High made, and he's going to uphold that promise. He's going to keep his word. Ezekiel 36, and we're going to start from the 22nd verse.
Ezekiel 36 and 22. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith Yahweh power, I do not this for your sake.
So the Most High said he's not doing it for our sakes. Not barely so much for our sakes. All right, go ahead.
O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake.
But the Most High said for his holy name's sake, he's doing this. For his holy name's sake, he's doing this. And because also he made a promise and an oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Continue.
Which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am the Most High. I am Yahweh, saith Yahweh power, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes.
We got to see that, and the Most High is going to make that happen. It's going to happen. All right, go ahead.
24. For I will take you from among the heathen.
See, the Most High is always going back to that, man. Let you know, man. Ain't nobody else is talking about nobody else but us. He said, for I will take you from among the heathen, the nations. Go ahead.
And gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land.
Check that out. And I will bring you into your own land. Because we are the only people that doesn't have a land.
That's for sure.
We're the only people on the earth that doesn't have a land. Everybody has a land. Because say, my land, my country. You understand?
God.
Go ahead.
25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you.
See? Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you. Now the Most High is going to clean us up when he brings us into the wilderness. All right? Go ahead.
And ye shall be clean for all your from all your filthiness and from all your idols. I will cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you.
See, the Most High have to change that old wicked stony heart that we have. That mindset we have.
God.
The Most High have to change it and clean it up, man. All right?
And then, no, good. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. And I will put my spirit within you.
Read 26 again. Read 26
26?
again. Yeah.
A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you.
Check it out. A new spirit. So the Most High got to change that spirit we have in us today, man. A new spirit. All right? Go ahead.
And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh.
See, that stubborn and rebellious, cold-hearted mindset that we have as a people, man.
God.
All right? All praises to the Most High. Go ahead.
Hallelujah. And I will give you a heart of flesh.
A heart of flesh. Okay? Tender, loving, a renewed, contrite spirit, man. All right? Go ahead.
27. And I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them.
See? And he said, I'll put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, which is what his laws and his judgment. So the Most High is going to reinstate the law and going to put the laws back in us and put his spirit in us to do his laws and his statutes.
God.
All right? Go ahead.
28. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. I will also save you from all your uncleanliness, and I will call for the corn, and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you.
Now, why is the Most High always stressing about the corn? You hear some people say, you're not supposed to eat corn. Where they get that crop from? Yeah, maybe the crop that we got now, the GMO crop. But back then, we always ate corn, man. Corn is a stable food, man. Okay? You could do a lot with corn. Yes.
The other thing with corn, it's in the grass family and it grows fast.
Right. And it grows in abundance, man. Okay? You ever seen the Corn Belt states? Minnesota,
Kansas,
Wisconsin, Nebraska, Illinois. Those are Iowa. Those are Corn Belt states, man, because corn is very nutritious and it's a staple food. But for over the last maybe 30 years or more, they've been putting that GMO garbage in it. All right? But corn is a very staple food. You could do a lot with corn. Cornmeal. You ever see a lot of Benjamin like, well, I love cornmeal porridge, you know. And I love cornmeal porridge, man. That's a healthy food, man. All right? You could make a lot with corn, man. A whole lot, man. Okay? Just like breadfruit. A lot of people know breadfruit has a lot of nutrients and ways you can make breadfruit. Flour, you can make bread, you can make a lot of things with breadfruit, man. Okay? That breadfruit is a healthy food, man. That's what a lot of slaves used to eat. That breadfruit. It got no high cholesterol, nothing in it, man. It's all natural, clean food, man. Okay? And the same with the corn, too. And what else can you make with corn, too? What else can you make from corn? You see? So that's why the Most High speak about the corn. Because you could do a lot with the corn. You could do a lot with it, man.
Who said that? Us?
All right? And we drank liquor back then. The Most High tells you in Deuteronomy, strong drink. That was that corn liquor. Okay? Whiskey, man. Okay? So we did a lot of things, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun, man. All right? Go ahead.
Okay, 30. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree.
See, the Most High is going to multiply the fruit of the tree. The fruits we eat now is pure garbage, man. Okay, go ahead.
And the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Then shall ye remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall love yourself in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations. 32. Not for your sake do I do this, saith the Most High Power, but, be it known unto you, be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord Power, in the day that I shall have cleansed you.
See what he says? In the day that I have cleansed you. Future tense. That's a future prophecy to be fulfilled. All right? That I shall have cleansed you. All right? Go ahead.
From all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities. And the waste shall be builded.
All those waste places in Israel is going to be builded. Even so, on those desolate areas in the wilderness, you have some desolate wilderness area in Israel. That's going to be built back up into a fruitful land. Okay? Go ahead.
And the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate. in the sight of all that pass by. 35. And they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden.
Right, and that's the way it's going to be in the beginning, because that is the Garden of Eden.
God.
All right? A lot of people say, no, the Garden of Eden is in Africa. Okay. Well, you're going to find out the Garden of Eden is Jerusalem. Right now it's desolate and it's a piece of a garbage pile right now. But wait till we get back over there. The Most High is going to make that the most beautiful and most fruitful land upon the face of the earth. The Most High says he's going to turn it back into the Garden of Eden. Okay? The Most High cursed that land when he took us out of the land.
God.
Okay? Because we're the gem of the earth. Wherever we are, everything is prosperous and plentiful. But because we're not in the land, the Most High said he's not going to make the land prosperous and fruitful. And even when we're still not there, over in Israel it's still fruitful, even though we're still not there. You should see the oranges and the mangoes over there, man. You got to taste the mangoes over there in Galilee. Those mangoes are sweet, man. That Julie mango. You taste that Julie mango over there, you're like, wow, unbelievable, man. It's sweet as hell, man. Okay? They got some fruits over there, man, dates. You understand? And even though we're not there in the land, but the Most High still left a little of that virtue in the land. So imagine when we get back over there and the Most High really bless it. He says he's going to turn it back into the Garden of Eden. And you know what the Garden of Eden looked like? That was paradise, man. That was paradise. Okay? So read that verse again.
Okay. $35. And they shall say, this land that was desolate.
See, and they shall say, who's the they that's going to say that? All the people
nations
of the earth. They shall say, this land that was desolate, go ahead,
is become like the Garden of Eden.
and it's going to become like the Garden of Eden all over again. The Most High is going to call the rivers, the waters to flow out of Jerusalem, like he tells you in Ezekiel. Okay, the water's going to flow down, right? Because it's going to cause new life to come up, man. I'm going to show you in Ezekiel, all right? Read on.
Okay. And the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that Yahweh built the ruined places and plant that they were desolate. I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will do it. Thus saith Yahweh power. I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel, to do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock, and the whole flock as the flock of Jerusalem in her solemn feast. So shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am Yahweh.
All right, let me show you this in Ezekiel, right? Let's go to Ezekiel here. The Most High is going to cause the waters to flow up from, what is Ezekiel 30, Ezekiel 40, 41. One second, I want to show you this here about Ezekiel, go to Ezekiel I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it. But let's go to Jeremiah 46 and the 27th verse.
Jeremiah 46 and 27. But fear not thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel. For behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid.
Right. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right. All right. So we just about coming to the end of our class. Any questions? Actually,
Well, it is all over the YouTube that they're getting ready to end this paper money, and they're talking about as close as June or July.
some around the area.
And when that happens, all hell's gonna break loose. People trying to adjust to this new system of paying their bills or getting paid with some kind of ID card or some kind of...
Yeah, what they're supposed to bring in the digital currency.
Right.
All right, and that's part of the plan to bring in the system of the mark of the beast, where you can buy or sell. Understand? So that's part of the plan to initially bring in that too. All right, so they're working on it. You know what I mean? And like the scripture said, prophecy said, if that's what they're going to do, it's going to come to pass. All right. It says, no man could buy or sell save he that have the mark of the beast. You understand? So that's the system they want to bring in, but they are using the digital currency. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but, everybody's telling you about how it's about, what it's going to be, but when it comes in, we'll see what it's like. You know what I mean? Because there ain't nothing you could do against it.
Right, that's right.
You know what I mean? The Most High have to provide and look out for us. You know what I mean? Because if you to get up and take arms and fight against it, that's what they want.
That's a waste, yeah.
You understand? So it has to take its place. It has to
take its course.
Yeah. And when it takes its course, that's part of the Most High test too, to test a lot of us too, to see if we're going to give up or lose faith. Or we're going to hold fast, because the Most High said, then you're going to really understand what it means to have your daily bread, to live by your daily bread. That's why our Father prayed, said, give us this day our daily bread, because the Most High, he's going to sustain us in these last days. It's not so much by your power, you understand? But the Most High is going to provide for us. But he's going to make ways for us to how should I say, to move through the system.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they're setting in place is a diabolical system, man. All right? So we have to see how it's played out, what the Most High is going to do. So there's only so much you could do. So much you could do as far as having maybe gold, silver. You know what I mean? It's so much. Then eventually the Most High said your gold and silver, they're going to cast in the street. All right? Your gold and silver is not going to save you.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, you're sure.
Step about. Isaiah 65 and 13.
Yep.
For thus saith the Most High Power, behold, my servant shall eat, shall be hungry.
Right.
Behold, my servant shall drink, he shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Right. So the Most High is going to provide them everything for us. But it's going to get to a point where a lot of people, freedom that they think they have is going to be limited.
Come.
All right? A lot of people think, I got my monetary freedom. No, you're going to find out that you don't control your monetary. The monetary system is controlled by these devils on all levels, man.
Right.
And they're going to tighten it up. All right? But let's see what happens when it comes through. But in the meanwhile, still have certain things stocked up, certain amount of food, canned goods stocked up. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be that when you go to the supermarket, everything is empty. Make sure you have certain things like canned goods. You know what I mean? Like lentils, peas, beans, have some of those things stored up. All right? Where you could actually survive and live off of those. Because, meat, they're going to limit that too, to a certain degree.
Yeah, they said that's not going to be a delicacy. It's not going to be an everyday thing. That's going to be a delicacy.
Yeah, because a lot of farmers losing the crops with their farms and everything, with the livestock. But you could live off, like the scripture speak about that. Let's go to that in Ezekiel. It speak about 4 types of beans. All right? I think it was in Ezekiel. Ezekiel, is it right here, the 4th chapter? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted, yeah. Ezekiel 9 and 4.
Ezekiel 9 verse 4. And Yahweh said unto him.
No, Ezekiel 4 and 9.
Oh, Ezekiel 4 and 9. Lock here. 4 verse 9. Take thou unto thee wheat and barley.
See, wheat and barley, those are staple food. All right, go ahead.
And beans.
And beans.
And lentils.
And lentils.
And
right?
millet.
And millet. All right, go ahead.
And fetches. And put them in one vessel. And make thee bread thereof, according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side. 390 days shalt thou eat thereof, and thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight, 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat it.
And that meat was those things that he gave him right there. All right? That comes in very handy in a time where food is scarce. All right? Yes.
So, Elder, when it says from time to time, is it referring to that you're not going to eat as often that you're...
Yeah, you expected to eat.
Right.
So you're going to have to regulate how you eat your food, your diet. You understand? Because like I said, when it come in, it says it's going to be a famine of food too. And everything's going to be balanced and weighed. All right? So the Most High was showing Ezekiel, this happened when the Babylonians were going to besiege Jerusalem too. All right? And then when you jump down, remember when you jump down to the 13th verse, okay, read down to the 13th verse.
Okay. Read 13 or down to it?
Read down to it. Yeah.
Okay. Thou shalt drink also water by measure.
See? And that's going to happen over here too. Because water, after a while, they're going to start to restrict the water. All right?
It's already polluted.
All right, go ahead.
The 6th part of a hen from time to time shalt thou drink, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung. Wow. That cometh out of men.
The Most I was showing Ezekiel the kind of food he's going to eat eventually.
Right.
The food we're eating is garbage, pure garbage. All right? No nutritious value to it. All right? Can you imagine eating dung? And that's what we're eating today. Right. Dung, man. Go ahead.
Okay. In their sight, 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them.
And that's what we eating all today. Dung, defiled food, man.
Wow.
Okay? So the Most High was showing Ezekiel an example.
Wow.
You see that? That's going to happen to the children of Israel eventually. We eat our food defiled amongst the Gentiles. Yes.
We have Abraham Israel who said that's why it's important to fast. Fast often.
Right. Very important to fast.
yeah.
Fasting help regulate and control your hunger from being hungry all the time. All right? Understand?
Wow.
So it's important that you know how to control your diet of your intake of food. You understand? Because some people think you got to eat like 4 times a day.
Right.
That's not really necessarily. You understand? Yeah, Mike, yeah. Yeah, about the waters and the rivers, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's it, yeah. All right? So that's an example of certain things to stock up on, right? Lentils, beans.
Barley.
Yeah, lentils is very good, man. Okay? Okay, cornmeal too, right? Lentils, you could do a lot with lentils, man. That could make up for your meat substitute.
Right, because that's a protein
with
source.
lentils, man. You could make some good lentil soup, man. All right? You understand? All right? And beans, black beans, red beans, what's the other beans? It's a whole list of beans, man.
Kidney beans,
Kidney
pinto
beans, man.
beans,
Yeah, you understand? Yeah, a whole lot of beans, man.
lima beans.
Lima beans, you know. Yeah, vegetarian beans. Well, vegetarian beans is actually what they call the regular beans. They just call it vegetarian beans because it doesn't have all the preservative and stuff in it. Right. You know? Yeah. All right. But beans is very good. You know what I mean? Lentils, man. You know? Wheat, barley, cornmeal. Make cornmeal porridge, cream of wheat. Cream of wheat is good food too, man. Yeah. Oats. You understand? But go to Ezekiel, right? And we're going to close out here. Ezekiel 47. We said the Most High is going to make it into a Garden of Eden, and he's going to cause the waters and... Ezekiel 47, right? Yeah.
And 8.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 47 and 8 verse. Then said he unto me, these waters issue out towards the east country.
See, the east country, all right? Everybody knows the east country, right? Where's the east country? Yeah, Middle East, but it actually ain't no such thing as really as Middle East. That's a name that Esau made up.
Right.
But the east country represented where? Jordan. All right? Because that's where the Jordan River runs through. Jordan. All right? Go ahead.
And go down into the desert.
And down into the desert. What's down in the desert? All right? That's the wilderness area, the desert area. All right? Arad, the desert area, the Negev desert. All right? Go ahead.
And go into the sea.
And go into the sea. What sea? The Salt Sea. What they call the Salt Sea. All right? Go ahead.
Which bring...
And also runs on to the Red Sea too. Yeah. The Red Sea and the Salt Sea. All right? Go ahead.
Which being brought forth into the sea, the waters shall be healed.
See, the waters shall be healed. All right? You're going to be healed from them waters, man. All right? Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that everything that liveth, which moveth, whatsoever the rivers shall come, shall live.
So wherever the rivers run, everything is going to live.
God.
It's going to cause life. All right? Go ahead.
And there shall be a very great multitude of fish.
Going to be plenty fish. So I wonder who's going to be a vegetarian back in the kingdom. All right? I'm going to eat fish in the kingdom too, brothers. I'm going to tear that fish up, man. I'm going to enjoy that fish, man. All right? Go ahead.
Because these waters shall come thither, for they shall be healed.
See, they're going to be healed. Go ahead.
And everything shall live whether the river cometh.
See, wherever the river is going to pass, it is going to bring life. It's going to bring back life. All right?
Because they have depleted the fish. And
Yeah, everything is depleted in this world, man. Food, plants, life, even vegetarian food is depleted, man.
Right.
There's no nutrients in the fruits, nothing we eat now today, man. All right? Go ahead.
10. And it shall come to pass that the fishes shall stand upon it from Engedi, even unto Engedium. They shall be a place to spread forth nets.
So why are you going to spread forth nets? Because you're going to go and fish. All right? You're going to spread your net and catch the fish. All right? Go ahead.
Their fish shall be according to their kinds.
See? Every fish is going to be according to their kind. All right? Go ahead.
As the fish of the great sea, exceeding many.
See? As the fish of the great sea. And where is the great sea? The Mediterranean. So what's in the Mediterranean? All types of fish. Snapper, bluefish, you name it. All right? So it's going to be fish in abundance, man. All right? Go ahead.
But the miry places thereof and the marshes thereof shall not be healed.
Right, so the areas are like little ponds and little stuff like that. All right, go ahead.
They shall be given to salt.
Right, that's going to be like the salt area. Those are salt areas, salt sea area. All right, go ahead.
And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, shall grow all trees of meat.
All trees for meat. Every form of trees, vegetation, you name it. Herbs. All right, go ahead.
Whose leaf shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed.
So what do you mean when it said the fruit shall not be consumed? It won't burn up. Right? You're not going to take the herbs and burn it. Talk about, yeah, smoke it. No, you ain't going to do that, brother. The herbs wasn't made to do that.
Right.
That be a thing, oh, you're supposed to burn the herb. No, you're not supposed to burn the herb and smoke it, brother. You're supposed to either digest it, drink it, all right?
Right.
Or use it for your food.
Con.
I don't know if you get that idea from you're supposed to take the herb and smoke it. Why you don't smoke all the herbs then? Smoke all the herbs that the Most High made then. You understand? But you only choose one specific herb to smoke.
Right.
Tobacco and the weed. But weed, no, it's nothing wrong with weed. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with weed. Weed's a natural herb.
Con.
You can use the herb, put it in your food, drink it, everything. Put it on your skin to heal you and everything.
God.
Weed has a lot of medicinal purposes, man. Drink that tea it's good, but I can't do it because of the work that I'm doing. But no, they passed a law now. They passed a law that you could use the weed, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you some weed tea and drink it, man. Clean out your system, yeah, man. Yeah, some weed tea. That's good tea to drink, man. That's the best. Yeah.
So if you burn the herb, it doesn't change the carbon makeup.
If there's no more, it turns to toxin.
Right.
That's why the Most High said you're not gonna consume it, and that's what people doing with the herb. They burn the herb, so it becomes toxin. All right. You're supposed to consume it in your food, all right, or in your drink or whatever, all right. Eat it in your food. You make tea for it. And what's the best way to make your herbs? Do you boil it? What do you do to it? Steam it, yeah. Steep it, yeah.
Steep it, yeah.
You boil the water, then you put the water over it.
Right.
That's the best way. You cover it over. When you boil it, you boil out all the everything out
The
of it.
nutrients and everything
Yeah.
in there, yeah.
You understand? So you just steam it. You just put the hot water over it. Right? Because for the last week, I've been drinking soursop tea. That's very good, man. That's very good. That reduces your blood pressure, blood sugar, everything. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, give you it's for circulation, yeah. But that soursop tea is very good, man. Very good, man. You'll be surprised, man.
Really?
You could get it in the store. They sell it right here. And I bought mine right here by right there on Fulton Street and Ralph, the Korean store. $1.99 for it, the bag. Yeah. Yeah.
There's some
Try.
that go to the West Indies and the South Side leave all over the place.
Yeah. Yep. Because when I was young, my grandma used to give it to me all the time. That's how I knew about my grandma. She said, "Sonny boy, see that soursop? Go pick the soursop leaf and drink it." Like how they knew that? How they knew it was all good for our? They knew that it was good for your nerves, high blood pressure. When your blood sugar is high, yeah, it relaxes you. It's good, man. You drink that for a week, you'll see results, man. And that's another good thing too. The guinea hen,
Yeah.
that's very
Guinea
good.
hen, I got that. Yeah. That's what I use.
You understand?
Yeah.
You drink that for 2 weeks, man, straight. You'll see the difference, man. Your blood sugar, your blood pressure, everything will reduce, man. Because my dad didn't tell me my blood pressure is high. I said, my blood pressure. I said, nobody in my family got blood pressure. I said, what? I said, no, hell no. You ain't give me no blood pressure pills. I said, no.
Right.
When I got my soursop leaf, I said, hell no. I'm taking no blood pressure pill. I was like, what? Blood pressure is high? I said, what? I said, nobody in my family have high blood pressure.
No blood either.
That's
But
the
they said
first
because that could be from your work, you're working, your stress and stuff. So I said, yeah. I said,
But
no.
still,
When I
yeah.
got that soursop leaf, man, drinking it for a week now. Now today I started drinking the guinea hen. Do that for 1 week, then go back to the soursop. Next week go back to the I ain't taking no blood pressure pills. Hell no.
That's their first choice. Put you on drugs.
No, hell no. You understand? But it works, man. It works, man. It does, man. Yep.
M. Will says something about beet powder. He said to use beet powder is good too.
Yeah. All right.
I take that with the guinea hen.
Yeah. All right. And you could guinea hen. You could put a little honey in if you want to. A little honey. You know, if you want to. But it's very good to take those herbal teas and stuff, man. It regulates your blood sugar, your blood pressure. It's real good, man. Take it in the morning. Take it in at nighttime when you go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Come.
All right. So with that, I say shalom, and I end the class. I say all praises to the Most High. Shalom.
Shalom.
Did we finish this in Ezekiel? Did we finish this one? Ezekiel 11. 47. Yeah, we didn't finish
47?
that. Yeah, we didn't finish that. Yeah.
Okay.
Read the 12th verse again.
The 12th verse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ezekiel 47 and 12.
And by the river, upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, shall grow all trees for meat. Those leaves shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his months.
See? So everything's going to bring forth fruit according to its month, according to the season. All right? Because everything comes in season. All right? Go ahead.
Because their waters they issued out of the sanctuary, and the fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine.
See? So leaves, a lot of leaves in fruits is good for medicine too. Even mango leaves is good for medicine too. The mango leaf, very good.
Really?
I never knew that. The mango leaf too. But I figure if you could use the soursop leaf, you should be able to use most of fruits for the leaves. What about the sugar apple? I want about the sugar apple too. Sugar apple leaves. You should, yeah. You know?
The beet leaves. Beet leaves
because you use a soursop leaf. And I, from small, I always knew that, man. That soursop leaf, man. Yeah.
You know,
yeah, orange peel. Yeah, very good. Yeah. We used to use the orange tree, the leaves, to make tea too. Make tea from the orange, the leaves. Yeah.
you inflammatory? Inflammatory.
No, what's that?
We got rose have a berry on it. Use it.
I probably know about that, but yeah.
You use the leaves to make
Right.
it was very soothing.
Right.
The leaves kind of sweet.
Yep. Yeah.
In the book of Revelation, don't they have this tree that bear fruit every month?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Fruits, yeah, every month. It's gonna be for what they call like the zodiac. It's gonna be like to read the heavens. It's gonna be like a daily information. All right. And also gonna be fruits. Have the natural fruits to eat, and fruits to give you information of knowledge. Yeah.
The tree of life.
The tree of life. Yeah. Everything is gonna come from the tree of life. Everything that the Most High had set up for us in the beginning. Technology. Everything is going to come from that. Spiritual life, physical life, mental life, everything is going to come from that. All right?
That's why I kicked Adam and Eve out. He said, lest they take hold
Yeah.
of the tree of life and live forever.
Forever. Because they'd have been adding on more, learning more.
Right,
Things that the Most High didn't want them to learn at that particular time.
right.
All right? Everything that we're doing now is part of the tree of life, but on the left-hand side. Not life, but the tree of good and evil. Good and evil. Yep. All right? Yes.
Paja Yashara says that, I guess it's a book on Amazon, 144 herbal remedies to know before 2024. It's on Amazon, so if you guys want to check that
how
out.
much? 144?
144 herbal remedies to know before 2024.
I guess they're going to take it off the shelf or off the book. Yeah. Probably going to get rid of it.
That's the name of it?
Yeah. Yeah. You probably going to get rid of the herbs too. All right? Yes. Yeah, dandelion. Very good. Very good. Dandelion. And dandelion grows all over here wild.
Yeah.
Wild all over. Just like lavender. It grows on the highway. It grows wild, man. Dandelion. You know? So the Most High got the herbs out here, and a lot of people just disregard it. But when you're driving out here on the highways, and you see that yellow flower, that's dandelion. And you see the little purple one, over when you're driving the conduit, that's the lavender. It grows wild all over, man, in abundance. All right? Right. This is the berry here, right? Oh. This is here, right?
Yeah.
Right, right. We call it Bay Jensen. Right, right. All right. Okay. All right. So with that, I say Shalom. Shalom. All right.